Okay, welcome everybody to our Saturday preview. We're out at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth Racing, the peak of the season now, and I look forward to watching the Hollywood Bets Cape Guineas running later on this afternoon. Lots of good ones step out now, and we'll see how that all plays out for this program. We're starting with race number 2, which would be the start of the bipot as well. There's some unknown in the race, but Justin Snaith has commented in the computer form, which is good to see that the first time has won Wild Green, and 10 Music of the Night will both run well. So 5-2 about number 10 Music of the Night is the early market, and 3-1 about number 1 Wild Green. And Pit Stain's got a horse called Between the Lines, who's the third choice, and that's priced up at 4-1. Daryl Marie's with me. Morning, Daryl Marie.
How are you doing, Clyde?
Daryl Marie.
All good,
Daryl
thanks.
Marie hits the front at the 200.
How did that horse miss third for us yesterday? King of Numbers.
Hey.
Laughing William.
Looked like it was going to go through with it, though. And Laughing William.
We hit in the crossbar, Clyde.
No, it'll get there, don't worry. Christmas time now, good mood, festive mood.
Let's make some
what
money.
What we're doing in the
weekend.
second race, Daryl Marie?
I don't know what to do over here. You know, there's so many first-timers, Clyde. With regards to Justin Snaith, number 1, Wild Green, plenty speed and should fight it out.
Yeah.
Number 10, Nice Type, will be in the money. So I think slightly more positive comment regarding the 1, Wild Green. And I prefer horses drawn towards the middle inside, up the Kenilworth straight for now. I don't know which way the wind's going to blow on Saturday, but I bankered her in the opening leg. I just had a look at her breeding, Clyde. She's a sister to Sheila, who won the Grade 2 nursery, beating the boys. She won 3 out of her first 4 starts and 6 out of 12 career victories.
Wasn't that the Azzy horse?
Azzy filly.
Sheila.
Yeah.
I remember
lovely,
Sheila.
Lovely.
Yes.
High-class sprinter. So, yes, you know, it's brave to bank her first time in the opening leg. But I think coupled with the fact that she's well-bred and expected to go forward on debut, let's hope she finishes in the top 2.
All right, well, there's Daryl's fairly straightforward play on Saturday. He has a bipot for you. That's on the screen. Hopefully it is as easy as it looks. On to the place accumulator now. Race number 3, it's a maiden plate over 1,200 metres. Fillies and mares that line up over here. And we are doing this on Friday, so the day before the race meeting. At this point in time, we're not aware of, well, there's one scratching, number 13, Preserve Forever, has been taken out. So that's not running. And at the moment, they've got number 1, Tuscan Romance as the favourite, priced up at 22-10. Second choice, number 9, Englefield Green, is currently joint favourite at 22-10. So those are the two. And Candice Bass Robinson's got that horse From a Distance, who has been priced up at 3-1. Let's talk about it. Tuscan Romance been in very good form, consistent, keeps on earning. Englefield's your horse from the last time you selected it a couple of runs ago. Back in the 12 now. Better over the 12 or 14?
Yeah, Clyde, my concern with Englefield is she's always slow into stride. And she appears stubborn at the stalls. So I like a more relaxed, focused filly, or even colt or gelding. But in saying that, she's got the form to win. You know, have a look in her penultimate start, Clyde, when she ran behind Miraculous. Who did she beat? She beat a filly called Hope Chest. Now, who did number 1? Tuscan, what is it? Tuscan Romance. Tuscan Romance, and From a Distance run behind in their last start.
Hope Chest.
Hope Chest. So on a line through Hope Chest, Englefield could be the right one over here. But like I said, her antics at the start put me off somewhat, but I'll give her a strong winning chance. Now, Tuscan Romance and From a Distance competed in the same race last time, Clyde. Don't know if you recall that. They flashed past the winning post, and Aldo Domea had a good few words to say to the winner's jock, Ashton Aries, because he kept her tight and he interfered with her a bit. So there shouldn't be too much separating the two of them. From a Distance, he's having her second run off the left, but now she's drawn towards the middle of the track. Like I said, I prefer horses middle inside, and Tuscan Romance has got a blitz early toe. Hopefully she can hug that inside rail and certainly stay on into the money, because I have banked her in the opening leg of the place accumulator.
Okay, well, let's hope Kabila Matsinyani can get her home. There's the place accumulator from Daryl Marie's side. It's a 48 Rand per. Okay, let's move on now to our next race number 4. It's the Victor Stakes, and it's over 1,800 meters, this particular event. It's the pick 6, and there's a carryover. If you don't know, well, 4 Racing TV's been reminding you that there's a 1 million rand pick 6 carryover, so we're expecting a 4 million rand pool on this Hollywood Bets pick 6 card. So hopefully you guys have worked out your pick 6. As Daryl, I'm sure, would have worked that out for us. We'll quickly have a look where top of the board is number 4, Sarki, is favourite, priced up at 13 to 20. It's in deep in the red, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to take a chance and banker that. 3 Rainbow Lorikeet is the second choice at 22 to 10, and then you can get 8 to 1 and better about the balance. Daryl, confident?
Clyde,
You're confident with Andre Nell's stable in their rompo.
Sometimes in this game, the less you know, the better, because you open the book and you see, Rainbow Lorikeet beat Sarki last time, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to happen again, but you have to have a look at the weights.
Yes.
4.5 kilograms better off, Clyde.
Yeah.
So on paper, she's a certainty to reverse that form with Rainbow Lorikeet in the Summer Bowl run. I am agreeing with that. I think she will reverse the form. I watched the replay. Pierre Cornet came out with the intention of dropping her in, and she stayed on beautifully. She actually caught the eye. Clyde, now they gain the extra. Is it 200 meters?
Yes. 1,800 now.
And that is definitely in Sarki's favor, because she was doing her best work late last time out. Have a look at Sarki's form, course and distance form.
Unbeaten.
2 from 2.
Yeah.
And you know what race that was last year?
No.
This very same race.
There you go.
The Victress.
So she loves this course and distance, Sarki.
So Clyde, in a small field, she can race handy because she raced handy last year when winning, or she can be given a chance. I think on paper, she's an absolute penalty kick, and I'll be shocked and disappointed if she got beat.
Well, Red Palace is out. It's not running. If you don't know, it was dissolving a partnership during the week. And I think they paid 3.8 million for Red Palace. If someone told me, I hope that's all true. And there'll be a change of stable, so I'm told about her too. So I don't know about the pace, but Daryl's confident that Sarki's going to make sure it all happens again. There's our pick 6 for 1,188 rand. Okay, on to the jackpots now, race number 5, and it's a maiden plate over 1,400 meters. And let's have a look at the market. What are they predicting here? Green Garnet, favourite number 3 for Eric Sands, 17 to 10. And number 4, Land of the Rising Sun, is the second favourite at 18 to 10. They bet 5 to 1 bar, the two of them. Being a plated race, you can have a look at the best weighted column. It appears that Green Garnet and Land of the Rising Sun have it to themselves, although there are a few horses in here that only had 2 runs, so they haven't established their rating just yet, so we don't really know where we stand with them. But it does tend to be the 2 of them on paper, Daryl.
One of them.
Is it one of them? Oh, okay. Which one?
My best bet's on the card. Number 4, Land of the Rising Sun.
Ah, very nice.
Now, strictly on form, you have to be favouring Green Garnet. He beats him last time out.
All right, so what's the reason you're turning it around?
That was on the winter course. Now it's the summer track. If you watch that replay, Clyde, there is absolutely no doubt that Land of the Rising Sun will be more suited to the longer running.
Is that so?
I think he'll
I'm
take all the beating.
Quickly while you're talking, yes.
And in my mind, he has to reverse the form. But there's no such thing as a certainty in this game, Clyde. Green Garnet got it all easy up front. Well ridden on that occasion by Chase. Just got caught in the latter stages. But Land of the Rising Sun's going to strip fitter and appreciate the longer running. I think he'll win his races in time to come. Whereas it looks like Green Garnet has been struggling. But in saying that, Land of the Rising Sun has been disappointing himself, Clyde. But that was his first run after being gelded. So I'm heavily in the favour of Land of the Rising Sun to get it right. Clyde, now look who ran behind both of them, 10 Penny. Now, on paper, you'll open the book and say 10 Penny jumped from a terrible draw on that occasion. Now he's drawn 1. But I actually watched the replay, and 10 Penny had a perfect position. He actually turned into the straight directly behind Land of the Rising Sun. But Land of the Rising Sun was extending away from him. So I'm very confident in saying that he'll confirm the form with 10 Penny. Who I make the danger, and JP obviously has a choice of rides when it comes to Mr. Bortz and Gina Goldsmith's
Sure he does.
horses.
And he's been making no mistakes.
Yeah,
No
but he's
mistakes.
opted for 10 penny, which gives me more confidence in Land of the Rising Sun because I made arbitration the biggest danger. He's been gulled now and he's actually run just behind Land of the Rising Sun on the Dalmani Factor run. So I'm going over here 4 from 2, Clyde, but for me, this is the banker and the best bets of the weekend.
Just having a look at the
What
rerun.
did you see?
Yeah, no, he looks like a lovely horse in the rerun Land of the Rising Sun. Lots of horse, lots to give away, and may well be right. So Daryl's got his jackpots worked out for you at $66 a time. This is a Class 3. It's over 1,200 metres. It should run at around 20 past. And early look at Betway's market for the race. Number 5, Kaiboy's top of the boards. It's priced up at 28 to 10. Favourite, second choice number 10, Handsome Prince, who's priced up 33 to 10. 8, Dumbledore is at 6 to 1. And 7 to 1 about number 1, Nordic Chief. You can get 8 to 1 and better about the others. All right, Daryl, help us. We need your help here.
2 very important equipment changes.
Yes.
In fact, both relate to the top 2 in the betting, Clyde. Kaiboy, tongue tie goes on for the first time.
Yeah.
Handsome Prince, blinkers go on. Now, Handsome Prince and the favourite, Kaiboy, met last time out, Clyde. Beaten by very nice sorts in Lion Rampart. Both of them got a rating increase for that effort. But I watched the replay. You know, Kaiboy travels so well in his races. It was a lovely effort on his behalf. Handsome Prince, funny enough, came under pressure 400 meters out, Clyde. And he rallied and he stayed on well. Now, I think the blinkers could do the trick over here.
Yeah.
And he's also 2 kilograms better off with Kaiboy. So on paper, you can't really separate the two of them. But you saw Clyde in my pick 6, I went banker. So for this race, I am playing to get an upset. But because I could afford it, so I put the field.
Yeah.
But I do like the 2 3-year-olds' chances. And then the other 2 I respect are Nordic Chief and Dumbledore. Now, Nordic Chief and Dumbledore competed in the same race last time, Clyde. Both have got equipment changes. Nordic Chief was doing it a bit too hard over the 1200 with the blinkers. Pierre Cornet offer must have got off and said to Mr. Nell, up the straight over 1200, remove those blinkers, and we could see a better effort on his behalf. So I like his chances. And then, funny enough, Dumbledore, Gavin must have got off and said to Mr. Marshall, put them on. So, you know, Dumbledore was heavily supported last time out.
Yes.
So I think
Rakesh's money.
Yes, Rakesh.
Yes.
So I do like numbers 1, 5, 8, and 10, the 4 of them, as my top 4 picks. But yes, you can see my jackpot. In my jackpot 2, this is jackpot 2. I only took my bipot and my PA horses because we covered in the pick 6, Clyde.
Okay. Well, there we go. We're going to take a risk with our jackpot 2. That's what we're doing at 144 Rand a pop. The race of the day. This is the Hollywood Bets Cape Guineas and Grade 1 event run obviously over the mile, and some very, very nice horses that come to the fore over here. In all of one stripe, in Heather's Boy, and even this horse 8 on 18. Let's see how he's going to cope again with them. Latest on the market the day before, we have one stripe top of the boards at 9 to 10. Number 4, Heather's Boy, is 3 to 1 second favourite, and 8 on 18 was priced up at 6 to 1. Interestingly enough, if you look at ratings purely on paper and the best weighted column, well then one stripe is pretty much well in against everything else in the race like this. However, it will be brought to your attention that a horse like Heather's Boy, in terms of reaching his maximum capacities rating, was restricted in terms of the racing conditions. So the handicapper could not ultimately penalise him what he wanted to. They carry level weights at the end of the day, but to give you an idea, Heather's Boy is much better, much better than a 102. Right, Mr. Murray?
Yes, he could only get that £6 penalty last time out, Clyde, so he ran well above that rating. You know, for me, that was more a workmanlike victory. He never did it with a lot of ease, Clyde. But I think Mr. de Klerk made it clear he wanted a hard gallop from the son of Rafif. So I think that would have brought him on in leaps and bounds. But you know what? He's traveling to One Stripe's backyard now. Both are two lovely, lovely sorts. I've just been super impressed with One Stripe. And you know what? His penultimate start when running second behind, I think, the favorite for the King's Plate currently, Snow Pilot, was sensational. In the fact that he gave that horse a kilogram as a 3-year-old, Clyde. That was a eye-popping display on his behalf. Then last time out in the Cape Hunters, although he only got there in the latter stages, I was of the opinion that he always had that race under control. You know, the stable companion skipped, he was well clear. Gavin came into the straight, he just gave him a niggle or two, and within a matter of seconds, he was back on the bridle because Gavin knew that he had that all under control. So he's having his third run off the layoff. He's drawn one. You know, I think his biggest danger has to be Heather's Boy because he could be anything. But if you are wanting to play beyond the two of them, you have to look at 8 on 18 because it looks like he's been teed up for this race.
Yeah, great comeback run.
Yeah, great comeback run, and he must have stripped down immensely from that. But the more I watch that race, the more I'm convinced that One Stripe will have his measure. Clyde, One Stripe, who says One Stripe hasn't come on with that run under his belt?
No, he's improving all the time.
Exactly.
With every stride.
So you can see in my jackpots, in my pick 6, I went both of them 1 and 4. If you want to go wider, please add the 6. But I'm in the favor of One Stripe. You know, whatever happens, champions are going to emerge from this race.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, it's going to be a great race to watch. There's Daryl's recommended double, 1 and 6. All right, our last race today. Well, I beg your pardon, on air, that is. This is the Peninsula handicap over 1,800 metres. And interesting race. Justin Slate's got a very strong hold in a race like this. Daryl's been tipping this horse Future Swing from previous selections that we've got here. But, yeah, it's joint favourite 33 to 10 with that horse Triple Time. 33 to 10. Third choice is William Iron Arm, who's priced up at 6 to 1 with Betway, and 11 Infrared is priced up at 7. You get 8 to 1 about Mucha Dinero, 9 to 1 about Ottalucan, and then 10 to 1 about Barathian, Rockpool, 12s, 14s, and better about the balance. Mr. Marie, nice festive week to be looking forward to. Here's a donut for you. We'll give you some donuts.
Thank you,
This is
Clyde.
a Merry Christmas to you.
Take
Everything
one
of the
too.
best. Take one, yes. We can both
Cheers.
have one.
Can we cheers with a donut?
Yes, of course we can. It's been a long, hard year for us. Let's be honest, it hasn't been easy, but we got through it, and thank God we can eat donuts. Imagine if we couldn't eat donuts.
We can afford donuts.
At least we can afford a donut and eat a donut. A nice Krispy Kreme donut. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. We'll continue with Weighted to Win every day. We'll be on air, but you won't see us in this format over the next couple of weeks. All right, Mr. Marie, so Mr. Snaith is your man, and Future Swing, or perhaps more than just Future Swing.
Yeah, if Mr. Snaith doesn't dominate you, we're going to lose a few pennies over here, Clyde, because I think he'll run first, second, and third. First things first, I think the pace will be genuine. The Futurist is in there, Litigation's in there, Barathian's in here. So, I'm leaning towards Future Swing, Clyde. I know that probably not the stable elect because Richard rode him last time out, his last 2 starts, and he's opted to go for the grey Triple Time. Now, Future Swing in his last start, second run after layoff, he took hold of the bit and he didn't quite end his race off. Now he's having his peak run. In this race last year, he just got touched off Master Redute, and Triple Time was in this very race too. Now, he was beaten 3-odd lengths by Future Swing, but he's got a 3 kg pull in the weights. And if you recall last time out, Mr. Snaith won with Snow Pilot, and he said to the public, follow the grey who ran second. Follow, follow, follow. So he's expecting a big season by the son of Twice Over, and it looks like he's the stable elect. But Clyde, he's just found one too good for him in his last couple of starts. Let's hope that's the case again, and it's Future Swing that gets the better of him. Now, Rockpool, another one that should appreciate the pace being on.
Yes.
He hasn't quite lived up to expectations.
Disappointing, this horse.
Yeah, he has been disappointing. But the long Kenilworth run-in of the summit track, coupled with a set of blinkers, we may see improvement from him.
Blinkers to make a difference to this horse, I
You
think.
think so? So if you're looking for a spook in the pack, Clyde, number 1 Rockpool could be the right one.
Okay. Lovely. Here's the exacta box, everybody, from Daryl Marie, going 1, 2 and 6 in this, the 8th race on the card. We thank you all very much for joining us on Betway's Weighted to Win. Thank you to our whole team, from Ricky behind the scenes, Sean, Cameron, all the guys that do all the hard work, Shannon, Vanessa, Jubair is here, Dylan's here too, Rasha, who does our makeup and all that sort of stuff, Adele, Kesh, the whole full racing team. Yeah, it's a big team, it's a big show.
We employ a lot of people.
It's South Africa's most popular tipping show. It can buy donuts, thank God. Thanks everybody, have a good one.